Hi, this is Brian Haberlin from digitalarttutorials.com, and we're putting up a series of lectures on YouTube. A word of introduction on these. These are from my class I teach at Minneapolis College of Art and Design, and have only previously been available there, but now they're available to you guys. They cover how to use color in sequential storytelling. So a little bit more in depth than what you would normally get on here's how you color a single image, but this is how you color a series of images and make them all work together and convey some mood and feeling and such. So anyway, that's what they are. You can see a lot more of our tutorials at digitalarttutorials.com, and hope you enjoy these and learn something from them. Thanks. Okay, here's another one. This is from a book I did a while ago called Gin, I created with Will Spartasio. Um, and we have our opening sequence. Um, Now notice this opening sequence is very desaturated color-wise, but what's making it a little more interesting than most sequences you'll see like this is that there still is a warm and a cool going on here. Um, nice. There, okay. Um, so if you notice, like, you have a nice red in there. Not red, what am I saying? Nice cool in there, warm in the rest of it. Warm light here. These clouds are in front of the light. This is in shadow, so it's cool. It's a little more interesting. Anyway, there's a couple of uses also for this color scheme besides just separating scenes. This is what this was used for. But this would also work very, very well if this was a scene that was taking place in the past, not concurrent with the rest of the story. So when we're dealing with a flashback scene or something like that, if you go monochromatic with it, it can often give you that effect that it's happening in the past, because it's closer to sort of a black and white photograph, I guess would be the analogy to it. But it also just separates it out color-wise. I'm going to revert this file so I get rid of all those little red marks that I put on it. Pulling it off a CD, so take a couple seconds because it's a full res file. But yeah, so like if you look at the next page in the sequence, see? And even though there's still color, I mean, there's like the red pen there, but because it's got so washed with a color scheme, these are just beautiful pages. They still have some color going in. You still get a little bit of flesh going on, a little bit of color there in the watch. But compare that to what then would be the next scene. We still have a lot of monochromatic going on, but there's a lot more blue. There's no blue. There's some cool grays in this other scene, but there's no blues. And now, so these are all taking place outside shot, outside shot. These are all interiors with the red background. Okay. Now the red here is serving a couple of purposes. One, it symbolizes danger and all that kind of stuff. But also in again, if we're thinking cinematically, and you also notice that the figure itself is being affected by that red. You'll see a little rim light. It's adding more blood to the scene. The red is the symbol of that blood color, but it also sits in there properly. Let's go to the next one. So see, now we've lost some of it because we're not being he's being physically struck, but there's still red in the scene from the blood from where he connected to the wall that gives us that sort of feel throughout. But you'll also notice comparing this scene from the first scene, notice how there's color to the walls on this page. If you go to this, we have white, right? So white links that page to this page as well. We even do a vignette with the color where we let the color just fade off to a very, very light or white color. And notice too how that separates this background panel. See, he stacked panels here. Wilson loves to stack panels. So this big background super panel goes behind all these other stacked panels. And because it's so light behind there and there's so much black in these ones, they really pop forward. Let's look at the next one. Again, white. You can almost say white was our mother color in that scene. And then as he's being ripped apart, we go into the red. Now don't confuse, also notice too how, see how we've gone lighter towards the figure here? Like in here, here, and here, and here. That really helps that silhouette pop out by going lighter towards the edge of the extreme darkness. Now don't, you notice how again the storytelling in the blood and the red, it follows through. It doesn't like, there's not just one panel, and it's not just like one of these quiet panels. It's not like all of a sudden this panel's red and the rest of these have a beigey background. It's following through as he's killing him, and it follows through as before when he is being struck. And before that, same thing. Bam, bam, blood, blood. Okay. This is a little more stylized than I usually go. Normally, I probably wouldn't even do the red, but I think it came out very effective from a stylized standpoint here. And again, just something to show you guys, because you should be thinking about all this stuff. But again, think too. A very important thing is, outsides have different colors than insides. So the inside of the scene should look different than the outside of the scene. Okay. And again, remember the use of the monochromatic, as a way to separate scenes. In fact, this isn't monochromatic. This is duochromatic. Is exactly what this is. To separate scenes, but also in a way to affect time in a sequential.